Hi everyone, my name is Mridul and welcome back to my channel. So for this week's video, I decided to put together 10 Tumblr inspired DIY gift ideas which you can gift your friends or family this Christmas, or if you're like me and if you don't really celebrate Christmas, you can give these gifts on birthdays or anniversaries as well. So yeah, if you want to know how I made some of these, then keep on watching. So I started off by making these Starbucks inspired candles, and the best part about this DIY is that you can easily make it with the things that you already have at home and customize it to the colors and scents that you really like. The things that you'll need for this DIY are some glass containers, a couple of candles, a box of wax crayons, and some essential oils of choice. To start off, you need to shred or chop the candles into small pieces so that they can easily be melted. While doing this, you want to save the wick of the candle. Next, to add some color, you want to cut the wax crayon into small pieces. I chose the color brown. You want to heat the mixture in a microwave with 20 seconds intervals, stirring it constantly. And if you don't have a microwave, you can make a water bath by placing the glass container in boiling water and stirring it constantly. Once heated, this is what the liquid should look like. You want to add the essential oil to it. Next, you want to use a piece of cardboard and make a small hole in it through which the wick would stay up in the liquid. Just pour the melted mixture and let it sit for 3 to 4 hours. To make the whipped cream for the candle, you need to heat the wax in the same manner as before, and once it's melted, you want it to cool down for 5 to 10 minutes. And that's when it would look like a semi-solid mixture. Just mix it well with a spoon and use a Ziploc bag as a piping bag and fill in the semi-solid mixture into it and cut off a small corner of the bag. Now this is the part where it won't matter if you're messy, just keep piping, but don't forget to leave out a little bit of the wick so that you can actually burn the candle. Once you're done piping, again just let it dry for 1 to 2 hours. A really easy way to decorate these is to get these A4 size sticker papers that you can get easily online. If I can find a link, I will leave it in the description box below. So basically you can just print out whatever you want and then just cut it out and then peel it off, and it basically becomes a sticker. I just added a little bit of Bonvita on top, and this is what your candle should look like. Now the next few DIYs that I'm going to share with you all can be easily combined into a hamper. You can throw them all in one basket and then gift it as one big present. So the first thing that I'm going to show you all how to make are these Ombre Soaps. I made them in yellow and pink. You can obviously just add the food coloring of your choice and make them whatever color you want. You'll need some soap base. I bought a slab of clear and opaque one. I will also leave a direct link in the description box below if anyone wants to buy it. A container, some sort of molds, or you could use a glass bowl as well, glycerin to add some moisture, and some essential oils and food coloring, or if you don't have all of that, you can use a lemon. You want to start off by chopping the soap base into small pieces so that it is easy to melt them. Since we're making ombre soaps, the lowest layer of the soap will be the darkest, so I added some glycerin, essential oil of choice, food coloring. Now the mixture would remain the same for each layer, except the quantity of food coloring will keep decreasing to create that ombre effect. You want to make this mixture before heating the soap because once the soap is heated, it begins to set really quickly. You want to heat the soap in the microwave with 10 seconds intervals, stirring it every time, or you could make a water bath like before. Once the soap has liquefied, you want to add the mixture we made before and mix the two thoroughly. You want to get your molds and fill each with a thin layer. Let this layer dry for 15 to 20 minutes, which is when you'll be ready to repeat the process again. Once the first layer sets, repeat this process but with less food coloring than before. Keep repeating the process until you reach the rim of the mold. Now, if you don't have food coloring or essential oils at home, you can use the zest or the juice of a lemon and it would work just the same. I just added a couple of stickers to decorate the jar, and once your soaps are ready, this is what they should look like. I also showed you how to make these scrubs. The first one is this salt scrub, which is kind of layered, and the other one is a coffee scrub. You'll need some regular salt, rock salt which is optional, coconut oil, some essential oils and food coloring. I added the two salts in separate bowls. If you don't have rock salt, you can just use the regular salt. I added coconut oil and essential oil to both the salts but food coloring to just one. Mix each of the salts really well and just start layering one on top of another, and it's just as simple as that. You can add these to your bath to soak your feet in or even use it as a scrub. I added a little sticker for decoration, and yeah, that's what your salt should look like. All you need for this sugar scrub is some sugar, melted coffee, and some coconut oil. All you need to do is add all three of the ingredients in a bowl and mix it all up really well. Now if you feel that the texture of the sugar is too coarse for your skin, you can just grind the mixture for a couple of seconds to make it less harsh. Just add the scrub to a container and decorate it as you please. And yeah, this is what your coffee scrub should look like. The last thing that you can add to this hamper is basically a jar which has everything that you need for a manicure. So it is a manicure in a jar. You'll need some nail polishes, a manicure kit which has things like a buffer, nail cutter, toe separator, cuticle pusher, etc. and things to decorate the jar with. First I started off by spray painting the lid to a pastel pink. Then I just smeared some Fevicol on the insides of the jar for the glitter to stick onto. Once the glitter has dried, I just placed some cotton in the jar and added all the nail polishes and the manicure kit. Lastly, just added some stickers, and yeah, this is what the final product should look like. Now this is one thing that I've been seeing everywhere, not just Tumblr. So basically it's this watercolor mug, and the fact that it's so easy to make and you can't mess it up whatsoever no matter how clumsy you are. So I had to include it. You'll need some warm water in a container that you don't mind messing up, a couple of nail polishes, a light colored mug and some sort of craft seal. Now all you have to do is add the different shades of nail polishes in the water and just dip the mug in it. One thing to remember is to just dip the bottom of the mug in the water because you don't want the chemicals on the rim of the mug and in direct contact with your beverage. I dipped the whole thing in because I am going to be using the mug to store pens, so it doesn't really matter. Lastly, just add the craft seal to set everything in place, and this is what the mug should look like. Now the next thing is for somebody who really likes tea, and it's not even really like a gift. It's more of a thoughtful gesture. It would be really cute to surprise somebody with these tea bags which have like customized pictures on it. Again, this is very simple. You just need to buy the tea bags of their choice and just add really cute memorable pictures of you with them. You'll need some tea bags and printed pictures. I cut them out to look like small Polaroids. All you have to do is rip off the tag off of the tea bags and just stick your picture using a sellotape. Repeat with all the other pictures, and yeah, that's really about it. So the next gift idea would be perfect for someone who loves food and also loves to bake. So all you're really doing is adding all the dry ingredients in a jar and giving the person a head start. I added all the dry ingredients for a walnut chocolate chip bread. I will leave the exact recipe in the description down below in case you want to use it. I feel like this gift is one of the easiest because you probably have most of the ingredients at home, and I think it looks really cute. You'll need some sort of container and a funnel to add the ingredients. I started off by adding flour as the bottom layer, on top of which I added some oats, sugar, chopped walnuts, cinnamon, and chocolate chips. I just decorated the jar a bit and it's all ready to be gifted. Now I also made a terrarium. For all those who don't really know what a terrarium is, basically it's just a couple of plants growing in a glass container. The best part about these terrariums is that it requires minimum maintenance. To make this terrarium, you'll need some rocks, a glass container, soil, activated charcoal, textured moss, and plants of choice. I started off by covering the bottom of the container with an inch-thick layer of pebbles or rocks to create a false drainage system for the plant roots. Next, I added a thin layer of activated charcoal which helps keep the water fresh. Then, I added some textured moss which helps in water retention. I added a layer of potting soil and dug a small hole into which I added the plant. I just decided to add one big plant, but ideally you could use a couple of them. And yeah, this is what my terrarium looks like. Now mobile covers are something that everybody uses, so I decided to include two of my favorites from Tumblr. The first one is this sort of fuzzy one, and the second one is a design that looks like a present. To make the fuzzy mobile cover, you'll need a transparent mobile case, some wool, a scale, and any sort of adhesive. Now you want to take the wool and start wrapping it around the scale. You want to wrap it very loosely, and once you've wrapped it enough to cover the width of the mobile cover, you want to glue it to the cover like so. Once it's in place, you want to gently pull the scale out, and with the help of a pair of scissors, you want to collect the loops created and snip them off. You want to continue to repeat the same process. I know that it looks like a lot of work, but I promise it doesn't take more than 10 minutes. Once you're done covering the entire surface of the mobile case, you want to give it a little haircut to even out the edges. And yeah, this is what my fuzzy mobile cover looks like. For the second mobile cover, you'll need a clear phone case, a printed pattern of choice, some ribbon, and a bow. You want to start off by adding the stencil to the phone case and then sticking the ribbon vertically and horizontally on the cover using sellotape like how you would on a present. And lastly, just add the bow to complete the case. And yeah, this is the final result. So yeah, I think that's about it. I hope this video was informative, and also I hope I helped a little bit. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!